This is one end of my refrigerator water line that I cut off because I noticed that the plastic tubing was damaged, as you can see. I think the water line got bent like this, and that's how the tubing crimped, restricting the water flow to the refrigerator. Since the rest of the tubing seems to be fine, I'm going to reuse it instead of buying new tubing and just install a new brass fitting at the end. And I will show you how to install a compression fitting correctly and what not to do. 1/4-inch OD size nut is standard for refrigerator water lines. What you need to do first is to cut the plastic water line straight down. The cut in shouldn't be at an angle. I find using a razor blade works the best. This kit is comprised of a nut, a tube insert, and a compression sleeve. Now this is the order in which you assemble this fitting. First, pull the tube through the nut like this. Next, insert the compression sleeve through the tube. Next, put the tube insert inside the tube. Now push up the compression sleeve and the nut so that you can screw the nut onto the water valve connection right here. This water valve is located inside the cabinet under the kitchen sink. Your valve might have a slightly different configuration and might be in a different location. Preferably, your valve for the water line is right behind the refrigerator, unlike mine. Make sure the fittings are well aligned and then screw on the nut with your fingers. And make sure the nut gets finger tightened. Then use a wrench to make a couple of quarter turns. I'm using 2 wrenches, one to hold on to the nut at the valve and another to turn the nut on the tube. When I turn on the water, I see that the water is leaking. So I need to tighten the nut some more. You do not want to over tighten with a tool because if you over tighten, you might irreversibly damage the sleeve and cause a leak that cannot be fixed, which means you'd need to buy new parts and start all over again. Anyway, I made a couple of more quarter turns. And there's no more leaking. Since the pad I have underneath is wet, I'm going to reposition the pad so that a part of the pad that's dry is placed right underneath where the water line is connected, so you can see that it's not getting wet even though the valve is fully turned on. I don't feel any wetness and there's no water on my fingers. So I'm done. I'm not going to turn the nut any further. In case you're wondering where the other end of the water line goes, it's screwed onto the back of the refrigerator. And you can see the water line sticking out of the wall. So whoever installed the water line made a hole into the baseboard and ran the water line behind the drywall and had it come out from a cutout in the back of the cabinet under the sink. Here's another tip. If you have plastic tubing for your water line and your water valve is not located behind the fridge, and you're buying a new refrigerator from Home Depot, don't bother purchasing a brand new hose that they make you buy as a requirement for having them install the fridge. That's because they won't do the installation unless your existing water line looks like this. What they mean by installation involves a guy connecting the new hose to your water valve and to the refrigerator. But the installation guys have been instructed by Home Depot not to take off, let alone touch your existing water line if it's made of plastic. Well, you can easily do the refrigerator installation yourself with a wrench. If there's nothing wrong with your existing water line, there's no reason for you to buy and install a new one. They will still bring the fridge inside and assemble it completely, which is part of their delivery service.